Good morning from beautiful Lily Lake. Today, going to be hiking Centennial California Peak. For a full trail guide of California Peak, you can check the link in the description below. Man, what a beautiful morning. So to catch you up to speed, I had two trail junctions, and then I've just been working my way up the east slopes of Lake Lily, passing a number of absolutely gorgeous waterfalls along the way. Man, what a beautiful start. And then of course, been working my way on the northern doorstep of Ellingwood and Blanca, which also have had tremendously pretty views. Of course, the lake itself is not too shabby as well. To this point, we've had a solid trail, but after now, there's not going to be one for the rest of the hike. So it's going to be like up here and then up to that point. To Lily Lake, it's been about 3.5 miles of hiking with 1,600 feet of elevation gain. This total hike, California Peak, is either 10.5 or 8 miles, depending on how you go. You can return the same way you came this way, but I'm going to try a different way and go down the northern slopes of the mountain, which cuts off about 2.5 miles and about 700 feet of climbing. From the lake, your next point to gain is right up here. And in order to do that, you're going to want to go all the way around these kind of cliff bands right here and work your way up the slope. Once your view is this, so you got all these rock bands behind you and you got this one little outcropping right there, I'm gonna head up right up to this point. So I'm gonna go here and then right up the slope. From what I understand, this is the crux of the route. You gain about 600 feet here. A little bit higher up now, like just over 12.6, and you can see the avenue I'm gonna take right up to the top. Trail conditions are what you'd expect. Pretty terrible, but the views behind me, just amazing. To give you an idea of trail conditions, not great, Bob. So I've been like trying to stick to the rock because the dirt is just abysmal, but the rock isn't really much better. So I'm back on the dirt. Looking down, so I just came from like there. Man, this backdrop is beautiful. Too bad the trail conditions are the exact opposite. Oh yeah, up on the ridge crest. Thrilled to have that done. That was so slow going. You got Lindsay, Iron Nipple, Huerfano all behind me. Off to the south. Unreal views as well. So next up, you're just gonna take this ridge up to the 13er, I think it's 13,577, and it's ranked, and then you're gonna go down that side, and then California Peak is just over there. Once you get to the summit of 13,577, Jesus, you're gonna have a little roller coaster action. So that's where a lot of your elevation comes for the rest of the hike. You're gonna descend quite a bit, ascend a bit, and then finally ascend the 600 feet to California Peak. Whew, all right, 13,577. Views are beautiful up here. Blanca, Ellingwood, Little Bear, beautiful. That's a rank 13er. And next up, to begin your descent, you're just gonna wanna angle down the slopes this way. down on the saddle, and again, just gonna head up and then right. Don't need to go all the way to the top. So I probably could have gone a tiny bit higher, but almost perfectly at the saddle here. That's the view back towards 13,577, and then over to, I think that's like 13,400 or something. And then down into Alamosa area. That initial climb might have been the crux. I don't think I disagree with that, but man, this last climb is really tough too. A lot of loose stuff and steep. On the ridge, you're just gonna head up there, true summit of California Peak. Woo, alrighty. Summit of California Peak, and man, are the views awesome up here. You got the sand dunes, you got the crust stones, you got all of the views down south. Just beautiful. I'll give some wrap up notes about this hike on the way down, but for now, enjoy the summit views. To start the descent off of California Peak, just head down here towards the sand dunes. From there, you're gonna wanna hike about a half mile down to the shoulder and then descend down into the ravine. Wow, it was windy and cold up there. I guarantee you if I went down 5 seconds on this side, people would look at me like I'm a lunatic with how much clothes I'm wearing. So I'll show you the spot that I descended on the ridge. Really, it's up to you. My recommendation would be to take nice long switchbacks on these grassy slopes to descend. This is my view. I'm just gonna kind of head there, and then depending on how steep it is, you know, maybe go straight, but that's the drainage right there, framing you with Mount Lindsay up in the corner there. So yeah, in terms of gear for this hike, I'll link what to pack for a 14er in the description below, but I would highly recommend hiking poles. They will really help you on this part, and they will also really help you on that crux part on the way up. I would say this is a dog-friendly hike. I would recommend a dog that's good on loose rock, because that first part was really bad. So you know, bring a dog at your own discretion. I am gonna bring you guys all the way back down to where I started, just so that you can see anything that I think is worth mentioning along the way. It's pretty steep here. I don't know if it's better if you go further down the ridge. It seems like it's all kind of the same, but definitely tread carefully down this. Looking back up, so that's, if you had gone down too early, that would have been really nasty stuff to deal with. And that's over to where I came down more or less. You could come down here, it's all kind of the same thing. Looking back up to the final part there are some areas that obviously like cliff out a bit, so just kind of get to the edge and figure out your best way down, but there's a ton of options. Now that you're down the slopes, you're just gonna follow the drainage all the way until it connects you back to the standard trail. There's a split here, and I'm gonna go right because it looks like it's more grassy, and that one just looks like more bushwhacking. Maybe about halfway down, and I ducked into this left side here. There's a pretty established social trail, and there's no rocks, which the other way had, so just sticking here. The last bit here is noticeably steeper than the previous. It looks like the trail heads off to the right over this way. It's kind of framing you here. As you get to the bottom, your guess is as good as mine here, but I've been following a mix of social trails, game trails, and dried up creek beds, it looks like. But really, as long as you keep staying in the same direction, which is pretty much down in this case, it's really hard to not connect back to the trail. I managed to find my way back onto the run out rock field here, but really like 100 yards of it, so not too much, and then I'll be back on the normal trail. So I guess I'll give my wrap-up thoughts here on this descent versus the other one. It's definitely easier, but I wouldn't say it's easy by any means. A lot more route finding, still a good amount of loose garbage, and you know, you have to have a tolerance for just sidestepping down a pretty steep dirt hill. Having said that, I couldn't even imagine going down those nasty slopes to start. That's gonna wrap up my video of California Peak. Hope you enjoyed it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I do virtual trail guides here in Colorado and beyond. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button not to miss any future hike related content. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.